Let's look at testing continuity of straight through and crossover cables and what our results should look like on both an analog and a digital tester. Let's start with analog. We plug the cable into both ends of the tester. This end actually comes off. That's designed so if it's in a wall or something, and the cable doesn't have to be connected on both ends really close to each other. So if we do this, and we turn it on, we can see our results. You can see in this instance that 1 and 1 light up at the same time, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, all the way down to pin 8. So that indicates that there is continuity between pin 1 on this side and pin 1 on this side, pin 2 on this side, pin 2 on this side, etc., all the way down. That's an indication of a straight through cable. So the colors of the wiring are the same on both sides. Now, with the digital tester, let's see what our results look like. So when we turn it on, you can see that our results are about the same. 1 matches with 1, 2 with 2, 3 with 3, all the way down to pin 8. So on a digital tester, this is what we would expect to see when we have a properly functioning straight through cable. Now if one of these numbers was to be missing, or let's say 4 and 5 were switched, that means that the colors with the associated pins on one side of the cable have been switched. So let's look at another kind of cable. Let's plug in our cable on both sides. Now, when we turn it on, you can see it's not quite as straight through as before, but it is a crossover cable, so you can see that 1 and 3 match, 2 and 6 match. These are indicators that we have a crossover cable. As we talked about before, the difference between a straight through and a crossover is on one side, the greens and the oranges are switched. So this is what this looks like when hooked up to an analog tester. Now let's look at a digital. After we plug in the cable, you'll notice that the numbers have switched around a little bit, and the ones that, remember this tester in particular is comparing it to a straight through cable, so it's expecting 1 and 1 to line up, but since 1 and 3 line up, 3 is blinking as though it's saying this is an error. In this case, we can look at this and say that's not an error, it's just a crossover cable.